Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all having an amazing day so far today. We're doing something a little bit different this time around. I've been working on a balanced restoration druid. We're just about to hit level 30. So what I thought I would do is show you guys a little bit of Stockades gameplay as I heal this group. Hopefully they're not going to make it too difficult on me. And I show you the capabilities of a balanced build and its healing ability. So that way you guys can maybe level a little bit simpler, catch some maybe tricks or a little bit of information. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to go through my talents, gear to look out for, and the overall build that I'm going to be following, guys. I know this is different. Hopefully you enjoy the content. If you do, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, go follow me on Twitch, link above me right now, and I will see you there. Thank you guys. Enjoy. Looks like they've already gotten started without the rest of the group. Might as well throw a little bit of a moonfire up. So this is going to be a longer video, guys. This is meant to just be kind of chill. Anybody that wants to watch some PvE content rather than the constant PvP content. I've never really dabbled around in the PvE side of things on YouTube. So for any of you guys out there that do enjoy this, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. But basically, the big thing we're going to do here is try to be mana efficient. The best part about playing with Alliance is that Paladins will give you Blessing of Wisdom, which is huge because Druids do have, like all of my Shaman videos, a little bit of a mana intensive issue. Alright, looks like we're about to get started. Pull a little bit of mobs here, man. If there's one thing that I like to see, it's you know, we gotta pull a couple more mobs than just one or two. Hopefully this tank pulls aggro off me so I can heal him. There you go. Let him know we could pull a few at a time. And we should be good to go. So biggest things here, guys, is we're always going to just try to keep a dot up. That's probably going to be the easiest passive way to keep the heals up with less mana intensity. As of right this moment, we're not fully geared towards resto, but I want to show you that even at lower levels, you can definitely make balance work to your advantage. And once you start getting spell power / healing gear, it just becomes that much more viable. So it's pretty kick-ass to be able to heal dungeons even while leveling as a DPS spec. We'll throw our heal up on him. As soon as he gets to maybe 3/4, I usually cast a regrowth. And now you've got not only a big fat heal, but you also have 2 dots rolling at the same time. This guy's really not taking any damage, not much anyway. And then we can kind of just rinse, repeat, and let the mana per 5 kick in as we go. There we go, throw up another regrowth, or rejuve. Now, if any of you aspiring druid players out there, at the time, if you're interested, you can ask me about it, but writing macros towards getting out of forms like cat form into regrowth pulls me out of cat form without even thinking about it, right? Because it's not like retail where your moves will pull you out of your forms automatically. You've got to write macros for that. Don't forget that, guys. Don't play druid the painful way. Enjoy your content. Make sure you write those macros. There's plenty online you can find. Anytime your tank is in real danger, or any of your DPS, you're just gonna cast a fat healing touch, man. Already does 600 to 700 damage on average. Once you get the spell power gear, it just explodes from there, and you're just exponentially looking at better heals as you go. But so far, so good. Alright, tank's pulling big this time, okay. This guy's getting crazy. So he's taking pretty big damage. We're going to restart that healing touch. Probably a better idea for you to get and do some damage, my man. There we go. Big heal. We're still sitting over 1,000 mana. Don't really need to get too intensive. We'll cast another regrowth with the dot just to refresh and not burn out all of our mana. We're getting a little low because that was a big pull, but that's okay. No harm done. Big healing touch coming in. As soon as this pull's over, we'll be able to drink. Not to mention, Paladins can heal themselves, so you don't really always have to be fully responsible for ensuring they're completely topped off, 100%, let's say. Alright, so they've already pulled. I don't have a dot up right now, but I also don't want to waste this water. I only have so much. We're pretty much full. There we go. That I'm happy with. Let's get these 2 dots up, and let's sit back. Watch the action. Mage took a couple hits. Druid, I'm not going to heal. He can heal himself for the most part, unless he's really in dire straits. Would be cool if this mage would walk out of the line of fire, but that's okay. There we go, guys. And as you can see, this is honestly with 0 spell power gear so far. Not until you hit Scarlet Monastery Graveyard and Library will you really get your first chance. Unless you get very lucky, your first chance at dabbling with the spell power gear. So know that it's coming, and it does get better. If you're a masochist like me and you like to level with difficult classes, guys, try leveling as a balanced druid or an elemental shaman. Absolute nightmare. We'll top off a little bit here. Looks like we're going left. I don't know. This is the biggest question right here, guys. Do we go left? Do we go right? Do we go straight? Let's just do this. Now, what you can do if things are going really well and in your favor, like in this case, I can Moonfire just to add to the DPS slightly. Doesn't burn too much mana. Throw a hot up on our tank. Make sure he's kind of staying topped off. There we go, 1 mob down, adding to the DPS charts. In some fights, you might even find you can cast a little bit more, or you could jump in cat form in DPS as well. Depends on your gear, depends on your mana, if you're twinking or not. If you've got tons of gear, maybe you can get away with doing a little more shapeshifting, but it does get expensive. You know, I said that we would do talents and everything at the end of the video. I think what I'm going to try to do is actually just do them during the video. I don't see why not. At least I could show you what I'm rolling with right now, and then at the end of the video what I'll do is put up a full build that I'm chasing after, so you guys can tab it, keep it in your archives for later. Ooh, this guy's taking quite a lot of damage. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Okay, there we go. Let's try to top off this tank. Oh, we just caught it. We just caught it. Oh, okay. There's the lay on hands. Bear goes into tank form as well. You guys are crazy. All right, we're gonna burn our last mana healing this paladin one more time because he used his lay on hands. He's back up to full. We can even melee if we want to. We got a good two-hander. We're doing at least, yeah, 70-80 a swing. There's no reason why we can't do a little bit of melee damage. Help take some of these fools out. Oh, jimmied handcuffs. Not bad. Too bad I can't use it. Congratulations to the tank. Let's throw this guy a heal, and we're good to go. So it's as simple as that, guys. It's really as much as just managing your mana, taking your time between casts, ensuring that you've got your hots up at all times, and then when you really see the danger coming in, try to make sure that if you see your tank hit that 50% threshold, and just take this with a grain of salt. I'm not a tier 1 mythic raider, guys. We're in level 30 stockades here. This is just how it works for me, okay? You're taking my advice based on my experience. When I see my tanks hitting around 50% or I see them dropping rapidly, that's when I'll start to cast the healing touch. It is a long cast, so we want to make sure we get that off in time. Later on in the resto tree, we can take half a second off of that and get it to a 3-second cast, which still isn't that incredible, but it's better than nothing. Make sure we throw our heals up. Notice the health is going down kind of quickly here. We might go ahead and throw a full heal. So, she's not dropping so fast, but she's dropping full heal. Done and done. Time for those melee swings. Alright, we're only half a bar away from 30, guys. That fabled level in Druid, in the Druid experience where you finally get travel form. If you're not playing as a feral, you don't get upgraded cat form, which gives you a speed boost in the world. So you do have to wait for level 30 to capture the old travel form. So we're very, very close. Really exciting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and throw heals on tank and that druid. He took some damage there right early on. Gonna do some melee damage while we're hanging out, watching his health go up. Oh, 157 crit. Probably out DPSing all these melees. All right, let's pay attention. My tank looks like she's taking some serious damage. I'm gonna need the opportunity to man up after this, but that's okay. Oh, look at that. Perfect opportunity. Striker. I can't see you in there. Careful. Close. There you go. Get out of there. so I can't actually use Nature's Grasp, so I'm gonna sit here in the Consecration and let them just take aggro off me. There we go. Regrowth into Rejuve again. And by this point, we should hopefully level. That's kind of what we were banking on. Yeah, we should level. He's not gonna die. But if he dies, he dies. Oh, wow. All these drops. I don't ever see any drops in stocks, man. This is a whole nother world right now. Come on, come on. Be the mob that gives me my 30. Yes, there it is. There it is. All right, we got a ding. I like it. Spark Shell Mantle, man. How does that even look? Not bad. Like you got turtles on your shoulders. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's put another point into Furor right away. I'll explain all that at the end of the video, I promise. Throw out a little bit of AoE. Get those dots rolling. Throw out a big heal, 3.5 seconds. That's kind of tight. Oh, he healed himself. Okay, I got you. I got you, but I appreciate the help. Throw another regrowth out with a rejuve. Man, Defius Ring as well. This is the run to end all runs, man. It's a lot of gear. Impressive. Unless I just get super unlucky every time and lots of gear drops normally, but just not for me. Sometimes I'll cancel my own cast and wait until she really drops to a pivotal point. Right about there, that 40% margin, I'm good with healing up from there. There it is. Now I didn't really waste my mana, and I also didn't waste the healing potential. Kind of get the best of both worlds. You guys know me, I'm not a min-maxer. I don't really give a shit about that kind of thing. But I do like to try to be efficient in my leveling process. We're a little over halfway now, actually, so not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. Grabbing a couple extra mobs for my tank here. Kind of pushing her limits a little bit. Not because I want to make it difficult for her, but I don't believe there's a need to totally not grab more mobs. You know, 4 mobs aren't too bad. There we go. Full heal for you. Big melee swing. Jeez. These crits are insane. Nice. We're looking good. We're looking good. I got you. I got you. No sweat. Very close, though. Like to live dangerously, you know? We're making progress. At least we got our level. That's exciting. I've been waiting for that for a minute now. Finally level 30. We're halfway to 60. It's complicated math, guys. But this is a great turning point, because this is going to make my leveling experience and my hopeful world PvP experience that much better when I can sprint the hell out of there when I'm going to die. Neat little trick if you're going to play a Night Elf Druid too. When you're eating and drinking in the world, you can sit down and stealth, so that way people can't see you as easily. And you can always transfer from this into cat form stealth, but you do actually have to stand up and leave this form. You can't just sit down and shadow meld. Actually, let's test something right here on the spot. While standing, you can instantly go from standing cat into cat form stealth, which is pretty nice. Nice big shred. There you go. I'm gonna heal up a little bit more, or I'm gonna mana up a little bit more. Make sure I'm prepared for the final boss coming up soon. That last room is a little bit more challenging, so I'm sure these guys are gonna give me a run for my money. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, there he goes. Well. Okay. So I'm gonna have to heal myself and hope that these guys keep the enemies off me. Use your Nova, man. No. Do I waste a rebirth? Gonna need some help, boys. Gonna need some help, boys. Come on, gang. Alright, maybe we can melee. That got a little crazy. Sorry about getting so quiet there, you guys. Just trying to focus. Oh, don't pull that next mob, please. Well, at least we had battle res. We haven't had to use that too many times, which is nice. In the entirety that I've been playing this game, or sorry, this character, I've only had to use it a few times. And you don't really want to waste it because you have to buy seeds to be able to use it, so Probably could have saved that pally if I'd casted a regrowth instead of a healing touch. All right, we're full up. We're good to go. Pulling out the big regrowth. We're gonna start casting the healing touch. She's not taking damage fast enough. I'm gonna cancel myself a couple times here. She's starting to actually balance out in health, so that's not a bad deal. We can cast one more regrowth into a full rejuve, and honestly, that's probably gonna be enough. There's only 2 mobs left, not the biggest deal. Oh my god, dude, that underswing got some power to it, you know? Let's throw one big fat healing touch to the pally. Boom. Beautiful. So strange to be playing the Alliance full time right now, taking a little break from the Horde, having some fun on this side, seeing the differences in the game and the overall layout. It's crazy, man. Okay, let's keep this tank nice and healed up. I'm actually gonna try to help him burst just a little bit. Nice, there we go. A good Starfire can always help change the tide of battle. As you just saw, I clearly took him out with 1 shot. Okay, good chance to drink up a little bit. I'm not really being super efficient right now with my mana, as you can see. I'm kind of messing around, doing a little bit of damage at the same time, guys. Let's make sure we get in here on time this time. We don't want to lose him again. We don't have Rebirth up anyway for a half hour. So if you die, you die, man. Let's definitely keep the rest of our mana for these heals. Gonna throw out one more rejuve on this mage, and then you're toast, my man. Now, I know most people probably try to buff everybody in the group. I'm not that generous all the time, man. It takes a lot of mana. I don't really feel like doing that. And we're at a pretty good point in the dungeon where it's not the biggest deal in the world, so... These guys are trading aggro. Is it time for a heal? No, I don't think so. We're in pretty good shape now, maybe. Here we go. Full healing touch incoming. There you go. Into a regrowth. Into a rejuve. That should keep him topped off until the end. I think we're looking great. Come here, you. Nice. Love it when Moonfire crits. Intel Spirit. Well, I've got better ones than that right now, so I'm gonna stick with those. Let's go ahead and throw up the heal. Good time for a regrowth. I'm gonna add to the damage this time. And then I'm gonna save most of my mana for one last big heal. He's taking so much, man. I wish you'd move a little bit. Now, when you have a mage with Nova, tanks should know that, like, a mage can Nova, and the group should know not to maybe hit every mob. They should all be targeting similar mobs, so tanks can at least kite and peel. But you know what? Nobody really... I don't really give a shit, but nobody really plays to that level. Maybe not in the early game, but it's just a little trick for the group there. Thanks for the run. Perfect. And just like that, we're done. Okay, guys, so now that we're out of the dungeon, I think what I'm going to do is show you where I'm at right now, show you the talents I'm going to go for, and then explain just a little bit about what you might want to look for in terms of gear. So, right now, as you can see, my big, beautiful Night Elf here, in terms of talents and where I'm at currently. So obviously, at this point in the game, maximizing the DPS of casting on a balanced druid isn't quite as important as maximizing your damage as, let's say, a mage or a shaman or a warlock, because you get damage from so many different sources. As silly as it sounds, 9 damage per attack from an attacker against you is still DPS. Moonfire is still DPS. Being able to go into cat form and melee for a while, it all adds to the pot. So where we're at right now, guys, we're going 5 points into improved Wrath. That means we're taking half a second off of our Wrath cast time to bring it down to exactly 1.5 seconds. Or if we get a crit later on, it shaves off half a second, and I'll explain that in a moment. We're going to put 1 point into Nature's Grasp. I don't feel like it's really worth adding extra points to get it to 50%. Maybe 1 point if you want that exact 50% chance to root people, but it's not the biggest deal in my personal opinion. Improve Moonfire for the extra crit chance of Moonfire by 10%. That one's a big one. This is going to be one of your ranged nukes, guys. You don't want to underestimate the damage of Moonfire, as it can severely crit people down in the 300 to 500 damage range once you're really geared up. And that's a lot of damage to do instantaneously from massive range against enemies that might not be able to close the gap, and you can spam it until you're so very nice there. 3 points into Natural Shapeshifter. This gives us a reduction to mana cost of all shapeshifting abilities by 30%. Massive, as it costs a whopping 237 mana to jump in cat form. And again, same for bear form and travel form. So if I'm trying to fight in the wild and I need to swap in and out of forms, I'm fighting a mage, he freezes me, I swap into cat form, I'm no longer frozen. All of this costs a ton of mana, guys. So it's really good to have that. 2 points in Nature's Reach will give us the increased range of Wrath, Entangling Roots, Fairy Fire, Moonfire, Starfire, Hurricane, all your abilities basically. 20% extra range, which is a big one. Right now I've got 3 points into Vengeance, which is increasing the critical strike damage of all of my basically main spells. Wrath, Moonfire, Starfire, all the big stuff. And then I'm going to actually show you again here, I just have 2 points quickly into Furor, which gives us a chance on swapping to gain Rage or Energy, which is going to be maxed out at some point. I'm going to show you now the full talent build. This is exactly what we're going for. Right here, let's see, can I pop this up okay? As long as you guys can still see me here, that's great. All right, guys, so big things for us here right now. As we already showed you down the pipe here, we're gonna get those extra points in Vengeance so that we have 100% increase. Can I actually maybe make this a little bit bigger? I don't know what the hell that is. There we go. A little bit bigger for you guys to see. So we're gonna go ahead and get that 5 points in Vengeance for the extra critical damage bonus. Then we're gonna put 1 point in Nature's Grace. We were just talking about that half-second reduction. Anytime you crit, you get half a second off. So you could spam Moonfire, get your crit, pump out a Starfire, pump out an Entangling Roots, pump out anything you want, a Wrath, really quick Wrath. So really nice synergy between critting with Moonfire and being able to cast really rapid Wraths or Starfires. Moonglow for the reduction in mana cost of all of your major spells, your healing spells, your damage spells by almost 10%. Again, guys, we're trying to conserve mana as much as we can. Moon Fury, 5 full points in Moon Fury. This is just how I want to build it. Some people don't put full points into Moon Fury. Some people skip it and put more points into healing. That's up to you guys and your discretion. But this just increases the damage done by all your major damaging spells, which is amazing. Then the 5 points into Furor, like we said, shapeshifting requires you, like if you need to swap bear and stun somebody pretty much instantly, even though there's a little bit of a layover, you can do that. And also if you want to swap cat form, you get that 40 energy into an instant tick for 60 energy, and then you're already able to pump out some damage. Moving from there, guys, putting in about 2 to 3 points in Nature's Focus gives you a chance to avoid interruption while casting healing spells, which is very important when you're getting trained by hunter pets, melee characters, etc. 5 points into Improved Healing Touch to bring the cast time from 3.5 seconds down to 3 seconds. Then we're going to go into Reflection, 15% mana regeneration while casting. Again, we're trying to squeeze out as much mana as we can. Insect Swarm. You know what, honestly, you don't want to discredit this one here. It's another dot. I'm going to show you guys in another video probably how I kind of combo my moves to get a little bit of all the bleeds, all the dots at the same time, and kite a little bit. But being able to use this increases or decreases the enemy's chance to hit by 2%, which is massive against all melee characters, and causes extra nature damage over time, boosted by spell power. So this one becomes just a little extra padding to the damage while kiting. Then Improved Rejuvenation, 15% extra rejuve is really big. And then also Nature Swiftness, guys. Being able to instant cast any of the spells you see on the page right now. Absolutely clutch for saving somebody, rooting somebody if you're getting absolutely jacked up. You want to be able to make sure you can save yourself, even soothe animal, etc. Lots of different spells you can cast with this. So very, very important. But that, guys, coupled with spell power gear, we may as well switch back over to the game now so I can show you a few examples of early game items that you can pick up that are going to be fantastic for adding to your damage and also your healing. Now you can pick up these spirit pants, they're not amazing. There's also a stamped spirit neck piece. This isn't exactly what we're looking for just yet. What we really want to find is something like the Orb of the Forgotten Seer. Increasing damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by up to 12. That you can use at 33, and then luckily immediately after that, if you're lucky enough to grab it at 34, you can equip Hypnoblade, which is Intel and Spirit, and another 9 healing and damage. So we've already added over 20 damage to our healing and our damage spells. So items like this are the things you really want to be keeping an eye out for, guys. Beguiler robes, things like increasing your intellect, your spirit, and your stamina are massive on balance Resto Druid. So it's not always about spell power and healing, even though that should probably be one of your most important stats. Always trying to bake in the extra stamina and intellect. Every class in the game wants stamina, but balanced druids need intellect in a big way also, guys. And until later on in the game, you don't really get that big intellect pool to shapeshift at freedom as much as you want, okay? So that's probably as far as I really want to go. I'm going to link the talent build in the description down below, guys. I hope you enjoyed the PvE content. I hope you enjoyed watching me heal that Stockades run. It's a little bit different than usual, I know, so we'll probably keep trying that. If you leave me some love in the comments down below and let me know you enjoyed it, we'll definitely do it again. I enjoyed that. That was very relaxing, but thank you guys so much as always for your love and your support. Leave me some comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, link in the description. Always make sure if you want to see some live content, you can always interact with me there. I love you guys. Stay cool. We'll see you again really soon.